Good morning. Let's do the morning routine. I already kind of did this, but feed and water these guys. Later today, I'm going to scoop out their bin, make it all nice and clean for them. But for now, we just feed and water. When they get just a little bit bigger, maybe next week, maybe later this week, I'll add a second water because the ducks are starting to drink that one up really fast, as they're wont to do because they are ducks. But for now, one is good, but later this week or maybe next week, second water. Moving on. Next, we go out to check on and feed the little guys. I don't have to water everybody every day. I have some like big 8-gallon waters that usually last like 3 or 4 days for everybody. So I usually will just make sure everything's full of water and make sure everybody's water is not falling over, because sometimes the waters fall over. Open the door. Hello. Hello, Sedan. I go straight to the water. I was about to say, the water looks too tall for the chickens, but that's why the buckets are flipped over next to it so they can stand on it to get a drink. What are you guys doing? They're having a grand old time. I'll have fresh food in a minute. I had to come get the scoop. I left the scoop in here yesterday. I'll be right back with food. We had a little bit of rain this morning, but it's not supposed to rain again today, so they're safe to be out. On days where they have to stay up, like if it's raining or if I think that there's a chance there may be a hawk nearby or whatever, that's what the little waters are for. I just fill them up and put them inside the pen. The older ducklings and the older baby chickens and the baby chickens both eat this Purina Flock Raiser. Now that the little guys have been fed, I start working on the big guys. Their food's all the way in the shed over there. So usually I let everybody out on the way over there. This is what I mean by falling over. All fixed. I don't have any fear when going into this coop really, even though it is all roosters. They're all really sweet, but you do have to take a certain level of caution because they are still roosters and they all could change their mind about me if I spook them or anything like that. So I just try and move really slow and talk kind of quietly and try not to bend over or, try and be aware of my surroundings when I'm in there. But I'm not super scared of these guys. Come on out. The greenhouse coop gets to get out, the big coop gets to get out, and obviously the ducks and turkeys and everything gets to get out. The only two that can't get out are the bantam coops because they're being treated for lice right now, and the roosters because there's hens around. You guys are lovely. My first 2 birds I hatched. So cute. I'm assuming Emma and Aphrodite made it back into the coop. I think that's Aphrodite. I haven't seen Emma yet, but that means absolutely nothing. Hi, Faith. Oh my god, that's Piper. Somebody hit me upside the head. I haven't had Faith for like 6 years. There's Emma. Yeah, they both made it back. Sorry, Piper. You're so cute. Not you. Not you. I really don't have any super mean roosters that I have to worry about right now. The meanest is definitely Cream Puff, but Cream Puff is like a pound, and I don't have to worry about him attacking me, really. Good morning. Look at them go. They're always excited to come out in the mornings. My good old friend here. Everybody, the first time they come over to my house, is like, oh my gosh, there's a chicken still out. And I'm like, no, there's not. But to be fair, the only way you can tell the difference is that he's cleaner than all my other chickens. These guys are loose, but they have to stay up because they have lice. Naughty, naughty. I'm gonna blame Cream Puff right there. You see Cream Puff? I'm blaming him. Very dramatic. You guys are the ones with lice. You have to stay there so you don't give anybody else any lice. They're being treated for it, but still, better safe than sorry. I hate treating lice. I forgot to let the turkeys and stuff out, so I'm just gonna walk back over there and let them out before I feed anybody. Cayuga egg and just a random duck egg. I always tuck those in here until I'm ready to collect them because the dog's a menace. He's in here looking for eggs right now. The goose on the loose. The evil one. Turkeys. It's always very loud and chaotic right after I let everybody out. Anyways, I check my chickens for lice at least twice a year usually. Once around the spring and once around the fall. And usually no lice, but I've had lice before, so... I've had mites before, and you treat them pretty much the same. Hi, everybody. The first couple times that I had lice, I didn't find out until I had 2 chickens pass on me, so... And these guys are bantams, so that makes them even more fragile. And they just don't have a lot of blood to begin with, so you take any blood away, it's a bad thing. I said they had lice this time, but they actually have mites. This is... Wow! Pin and garden poultry dust. This is what I've been using. So the first bucket I fill up is full of layer crumble. I try and fill up usually about this much, maybe a little more. But I'm going to kind of go lighter today because they're going to get a lot of treats. So this is my first bucket. I take it out. Big coop gets 3 scoops. Bantam coop gets 1 scoop. Greenhouse coop gets 2. Roosters get 1. Babies don't get any because they're eating a different food right now. And then everything else that's in the bucket gets dumped out in the duck pen for the ducks, turkeys, and geese. Waylon, get the ball. Oh, get the ball, Waylon, get the ball. 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 Bucket empty. Get the ball. Look at him go. He's having the time of his life. Waylon, get the ball. Get the ball. Get it! Oh! So, my next mixture. It'll be 2 scoops, 2 scoops, 2.5. This one is Harvest Blend. It's a textured feed, which means it's got pellets and scratch. This one is obviously just scratch. And then this one is just pellets. Although it's a high protein egg layer. I'm also going to add a little bit of this in there. I had a rabbit. The rabbit passed away. So... a little bit of this in there is a treat for the chickens. They won't mind. The total mixture with everything mixed together looks something like this. They love this, by the way. Then I also had some rabbit treats, so we'll add that in there too. Why not? Alright, and then here is final with the treats mixed in. Bam! There's also this treat bar, which I'm just going to chuck out to the first coop since they have to be stuck inside because they have lice. Or mites! They have mites! Oh my goodness. Then we pretty much repeat the same amounts, but for, like the same amount of scoops for each coop, if that makes sense. I feed them in these little flat pans. I think they're like 3 gallons. Then they can kick, but it doesn't all come out, just a little bit, as you can see. Whoa! What is with the attitude? Also, they just seem to have a fun little time kicking around, and I don't mind. That's Heroin. She's really cool because she's a hen with spurs. Do you see her spurs? You can a little bit. Yeah, she's a hen with spurs. I know she's a hen because I've seen her lay eggs. But she started growing spurs this year. Don't know why. She's just kind of weird. But we love her anyways. Hey, Emma. And voila, we're done.